Villainous Beats, Villainous Beats, Villainous Beats.
Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights, tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, we're back. It's Thursday. I hope you are rested and well informed and all that great stuff. And I hope everything's going well for you, because I am your man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in. Hello everybody out there in IG. I know they said IG might be having problems today. I'm not really sure, but it looks like it's good. So what up to Goddess, to a demon? What up, Villainous Beats? He's over there. Just CJ and all the others. That's Nisha FX. What's happening? Everybody that's out there, happy Black History Month. But if you know us, you know we celebrate 365, but it's a leap year, so it's 366. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you're on your YouTube channel, show your love, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, show your support as well. Check us out on Always Press Record TV. That's alwayspressrecord.com. on your Amazon or Roku devices, completely free. Download that app. Check us out. We're there too. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts, including Spotify, iHeart, and Apple. And without further ado, let's see. The Games Master is up in the building.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I forgot he did make that for you. I forgot he made that.
Waiting to put this up on the screen with y'all. What's going on, man?
You know, I came home today because, you know, as always, I have various accoutrements on my wall.
Your accoutrements.
I was always waiting to use that word in a sentence. So I was using command strips, right? What they don't tell you about these things is they don't really last long. The sticky part of it, they don't last long at all. Because I looked and I'm coming in the room and I'm thinking to myself, who been in the Black Panther fell off the wall. One of the
oh man. So
I'm like, all right. So I think I need to find that putty that they normally use.
I got that.
So do you get it from like a craft store or something?
No, I got it at Walmart.
Well, Walmart it is.
I got it at Walmart.
It's not gonna be the one I go to normally. I have to avoid one like the plague.
Check pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens, because they have those I think they have them in the school supply section too.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I think it's time, because Storm fell off last week, and I'm like, oh, these things suck, you know. So
yeah, Chris, I gotta ask. Please tell me you're reading this.
Oh no, I gotta put it on my pull list,
sir.
I'm actually gonna trade a book out because of that. I'm trading a book out, and it might be Titans.
What? You mean the 7,000 covers of Titans that they have out now, sir? Heaven forbid. Okay, you know what?
I was like, I'm trading one out. There is one, and shout out to Blackgate Comic Geek. He brought up one. Excellence is another one that's
yes.
So
I
said
got
I need to check that one out.
That too.
Yeah, so I said I need to check that one out as well. So, but we got Tafari in the building. What's going on?
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Blurred History Month. You know, I had to break out the good shit for this week. So had to show out one time. Also, shout out to black employees who look out for black people. Because when I tell you, my girl at the post office saved me from a $200 bill today.
Ooh, good grief!
They almost got
it's always the ones when you get that winking nine. You be like,
yeah.
See, I'm not even. I don't pick up on it. I was like, so am I eating this? Am I eating the? Because they messed up a package. It got to like customs, and when they send it back, that's basically like, hey, we did our job. Pay for it and pay for it in full. Try again. She was just, she's like, just bring it back. She's like, just bring it back. So I'm like, am I eating this twice? She looked at me like, if you don't shut that up. Today, I see the
What's
price
up,
tag come out
sweetie?
00. I was just like,
Man, she basically
what's
told you.
going on, Chloe?
Like,
what's
shut up.
happening,
She
Bama?
gave you the
Bama's in the
business,
building.
man.
We got a special guest with us tonight. Kendrick West of Millennial Studios. Tafari sent us this clip, and we lost our collective shit. It's the Brave ones. It's his 3D animation. Kendrick, my guy.
Sir.
Hey, what's going on?
You magnificent genius, you. That's all I gotta say
This
about
I'm gonna
that.
put you up here because I'm gonna put you on front screen because first off, the clip alone, which I'll be showing shortly, blew my mind.
Thank you.
We're seeing levels of animation that's being done better and brighter and blacker, dare I say. It's there. And I'm gonna show. I had to use part of the clip as part of the promo. I'm like, I cannot not use this. Like,
If y'all are not subscribing to his YouTube, y'all need to go over there. It is dope. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
yeah.
Yes, Kendrick, I'm the weird one of the bunch, so just get ready for it. I'm the weird one.
I'm gonna show a quick clip of this because, and shout out to Villainous Beats because he's actually done the music on this. So you know, and I got you on that song on Villainous. Villainous is starting to become the in-house DJ.
Forget my absence. 2 years I've been stuck in my head. No ideas circulating. Spent a whole year thinking my dream was dead. Went through shit that I'll never forget. There's some shit that I'll always regret. Had toxic family members, let them all go. Still love you, I wish you the best. But that's what I needed to grow. So many opinions and people are pleased. And I don't give a fuck no more. And I don't give a fuck no more. Never wanna say that about your kinfolk, but they change more times than the wind blow. And something gotta give, so now I do everything for who I think is best for. Sometimes that's what I hate myself for, that I gotta be so damn selfish with my time and energy until you get the best me. So I guess it's really selfless. Not something I really should apologize for, but I got a good heart, can't help it. It used to
Deacon.
Hey, old man. Long time no see.
About time you came by. I got bored waiting on you.
My bad, Kwaku. I'm still getting used to these new abilities.
So, you've been practicing while I was gone.
I have, between classes. I even made these to help with that thing that you showed me.
Show me.
Okay.
No, like me.
Really?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Still some issues controlling your strength, huh? Let's work on that. A very nice. technique. You have improved.
I guess so. Thanks.
Let's keep going.
Not gonna give him no more. I'm not giving him no more. Don't give him
That last punch, yo, that last punch was everything.
not giving y'all no more. Y'all got to go to the YouTube channel to check that out. That Kendrick, my God, dude.
Sir, I cheers on that one, sir. Cheers.
So
thank you.
First off, when did you start getting into 3D animation?
Actually, about back in 2020. Well, I want to say really late 2019. I started fooling around with Blender and stuff like that. I'd always been interested in 3D animation. Probably since like 2010. My first time really just getting into it was by you may know who he is and may not know who he is, but he's passed away now. His name is Monty Ohm. He's the creator of the Dead Fantasy series. He also went on to do some stuff with Rooster Teeth. He Rumby or RWYB, whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah,
That's why I was trying to figure out. Like, I know that name's familiar.
So when you mention Rooster Teeth, it's automatic. Ruby comes to mind automatically.
I got exposed to him with Dead Fantasy, and that was like when I saw that, I was like, man, I know if I could just find the software to do this stuff, I could do it. But this is like it.
Wasn't Dead Fantasy the Final Fantasy fighting movie where it was all the female characters?
Yep, that's it.
Yo. Sorry.
I still go back and watch it every now and again just so I can kind of see. Basically, I'm trying to match his level of choreography and just intensity in his fights. But long story short, I got interested in it in 2010, but at the time the barrier to entry was so high as far as with software like Maya, and Blender wasn't a thing back then. I kind of was at a standstill, so I kind of just did my time, developed my stories, and then once an opportunity came, I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. And that was by me. Sorry if you hear my kids in the background.
Hey, next generation.
This is the beauty of live. That's why I said I'm doing straight live.
But I went ahead and took the jump. I went to Full Sail right when the pandemic started, so I had plenty of time on my hands to take care of that stuff. I graduated and I started in April 2020. Graduated in I want to say 2021. Late 2021. And once I graduated, I hit the ground running. I started, let me not say I hit the ground running. Up until that point, I'd been doing like pre-production stuff. I'm getting assets ready, buying stuff. This stuff cost a lot of money. I think I probably spent about $10,000 or $12,000 of my own money just to get that first episode off the ground.
Wow.
That's a lot of bread.
That's sandwich money right there, y'all. Let's go.
And and not all at once. Of course, like I said, over the course of about a year and a half was pretty much my pre-production time. But I pretty much got all the assets that I wanted ready during that time period. So now I can kind of just go, I can kind of just do my thing now without having to worry about a whole bunch of pre-production stuff. But anyway, to answer your question, I got interested in 2010. I actually picked it up late 2019, and I started production of episode 1 pretty much when I started school. So it was about a year and a half of pre-production. But yeah, 2020 is when I really just dipped my feet in it and started doing my thing. Sorry for the long rambling answer.
No, we want the ramble. We want the ramble.
That's why I said you need to come through.
By the time you showed up down there at the bottom,
he's got to get the engines primed. It's just the thing doesn't work.
Spartan hasn't had a smooth entry like a month. Y'all let that man live.
Man, you needed to replace that rubber stopper. You know that prime button like you do on the lawnmowers. It's like okay.
He's been fixing engines and slaying napkins all at the same time. The man he needs a medal.
No, somewhere Obi's doing a handstand on a rock on top of a Lego.
So Kendrick, one thing I can appreciate, especially about this video that I just recently showed, the Juneteenth flag, the black flag of independence
on the wall.
Had a lot of people caught that.
If you're blackity black, you caught it.
Pretty much.
Because I seen it, I'm like, yo, the flag's in the back. Even Tafari said it, the flag, and I'm like, yeah, the flag's in the background, baby.
And you got the black African American flag back there. You got Ghana, which is where, of course, Makwaku hails from. You have Guinea-Bissau, which is where my ancestry comes from, and a couple other flags, but those are the most prominent ones.
One, this was giving, just that alone was giving Matrix when Neo and Morpheus, when he's training Morpheus, or when Morpheus is training Neo. And
that's where I got my reference from.
Nice.
You can see that. You can say it. Show me. I said, oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's safe to say that, and I'll always go back to December 21st. This is when everybody's got their superpowers. You started around when you really started digging your heels in, is probably around the same time all black people superpowers kicked in. It's just kind of happened that way. We're not the X-Men, so it's not those extravagant situations, but what I've noticed is a lot of POC creatives decided 2020 was the year, flat out, like full stop. We're not waiting anymore. Entrepreneurs, creatives of all types, backgrounds, cosplayers, artists, writers, they just said to hell with it and run with it.
Well, that COVID thing had a lot to do with that, because you had a whole bunch of time on your hands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the hell can you do? Go ahead and take care of stuff that you've been putting on the back burner for years.
There was no more excuses. What's going on, guys? How you doing, sweetie? There was no more excuses. There was no more excuses. You say you want to start a project and you say, well, life gets in the way. Well, you weren't going anywhere. You weren't doing anything. So what the hell? I'm just saying.
No, it sounds like the Everest College commercial.
Get off your tail.
Going anywhere. You ain't doing nothing. It's on your phone all day.
You sit in front of the TV all day. Well, do something with your time. Go and contact Everest. Oh Lord.
It was at that moment he realized his calling was a life coach.
So you already mentioned that this was part of your inspiration was The Matrix. What else?
Reference was The Matrix.
The reference was The Matrix.
Inspiration was Monty Ohm. I got to get that man his props, man.
Give it to him. Flowers. One thing we don't do enough.
He is the one who started. I don't recall ever seeing any 3D animated stuff as far as fights go before Monty Ohm. I actually, even before I actually saw Monty Ohm stuff before I knew it was Monty Ohm. When I was still, I was stationed in North Carolina when I was serving in the Marines, and I came across this thing called Haloid. I don't know if y'all know what that is, and I'm probably aging myself too, but
yeah,
it was a small clip that I saw, and I was like, man, that's something I wouldn't mind trying. And I just kind of seen it, and then I come across the guy again 4 years later in 2010. So everything's kind of been leading towards his foot. Like I said, but long story short, he is, the pioneer of that stuff, of just really intricate choreography, 3D animated fights. No one did it before him.
Okay.
So got to give that man his props. Rest in peace.
So I want to ask you, and I don't know if you want to give too much away about the story of the Brave Ones, but talk about that.
Okay, I give you a synopsis. So you saw, what's a good way to pitch it? Well, the story of the Brave Ones is about Deacon West, college kid. He came into his powers by chance, which I don't want to spoil that because that's going to be something I'm gonna hopefully get to later on down the line. But basically, the story is he's trying to figure out. Well, as you saw at the end of episode 1, you didn't show it, but at the end of episode 1, Kwaku ends up getting killed in a massive explosion. Before that explosion happened, Kwaku basically gave Deacon a little pep talk about the whole power and responsibility shit. Not so much in those words exactly, but basically saying, if you have these, you have intelligence.
The Uncle Ben speech.
Yeah,
right.
You have intelligence. You have the strength. You want to do good in the world. Don't just use your mind. Use your might as well and make a difference. And Deacon took that stuff to heart. I mean, he wasn't a vigilante at this point, but his adopted father, that's what Kwaku is, his adopted father being killed kind of pushed him into that direction to become a vigilante, but also try to figure out what really happened that night when he was killed. The story itself takes place in Memphis. I know if you look at the background on there, it looked like it was New York, but I hadn't purchased the Memphis model yet. So juxtapose everything on Memphis, Tennessee. It happened in South Memphis.
I love Memphis. I'm sorry. I love Memphis. I love that city. Good grief.
You know where Riverside is?
Yeah. Oh, you got it over there.
Yeah, that's where the whole it'll say it in part 2. But it's called the night that explosion happened is called the Riverside event. And that's really kind of like the jumping off point for a lot of the story that's going to be happening. It's going to be basically a big conspiracy surrounding that whole thing.
I like the idea, and I've seen this pattern. I like the idea of a lot of POC creatives when they have these characters or these stories created, that they're not in your typical city. Like, it's not like New York all the time, right? Or LA
or California,
or so just it's somewhere where you would be more in tune with people, where your kind are at, where your people are at. So to say it's from Memphis, Tennessee, it works out. It helps. And you get a better understanding, better idea.
I actually like it when they have it in any creators use those out of the I want to say the normal settings for a superhero movie or a superpower film. I think it's especially the more obscure or the less utilized, the more people are going to be curious about why did you decide to pick Sioux Falls, Iowa? I mean, I'm kind of curious. Why did you pick Montpelier, Vermont? I mean, what?
It's the same with the Dakota verse. Like, who was looking for Dakota?
Right.
Yeah.
Who's looking for Dakota? You know, but it works. You know, so when you have characters that look like us, that represent us, coming from backgrounds where we actually live, it's more relatable.
Yeah.
And even to have that Uncle Ben trope still helps because once again, it's relatable. We all have had that figure in our lives. It could be the neighbor, it could be the uncle, it could be the older cousin who was like, hey, not like that. You know,
it's like, always got to be Uncle Iroh somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call me out like that. Don't do that. Okay? I don't have my tea with me. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Oh, the tea's a dramatic effect. That's what you get. That's what you set them up.
So that's my problem then, because I keep drinking tea instead of coffee now. I've entered my Uncle Iroh stage. Some bitch.
And sorry, gentlemen, if I stepped off the mic for a second. My kids
are.
Oh, you're fine.
All of a sudden, they want attention.
Look, Spartan's little helper. He'll show up somewhere halfway through the show.
You're completely fine. Trust me.
I mean, as you can hear in the background, this is how I kept my dad entertained during COVID, and now he's turned it into a business. Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's popping over there.
So I like this idea of the brave ones. One, number two, I love the way this thing looks.
Thank you. It was on purpose.
It's very clean. Very, very clean.
It is. Just the fight choreography alone. And I'm like, oh. And you're right. I don't think I'm going back as far back as Beast Wars and Reboot. I haven't seen like clean fight choreography in this form.
So
I get they just doing a bunch of smash and grab stuff.
Yeah,
in the old 3D stuff.
Yeah,
nothing. I'm an 80s 90s kung fu kid, so I love that stuff.
Let's go.
So
okay,
and we used to play karate and when I was a kid all the time. So of course I want to bring that stuff into my medium if I can.
No, the panoramic style of the fight and just going around the fighters. Oh, wow, that's always welcome.
The Shaw Brothers style productions.
Yeah,
yo, I think I don't know about anyone else, but seeing a kung fu movie on a Friday night. Yeah, see a kung fu movie on a Friday night and then Saturday get with your friends. You see last night, yeah,
and then someone dislocates a finger.
I'll keep asking you not to call me out. Why is this the thing?
It happened to you too. I just witnessed it.
Let's just try this running lariat just one time. I just need you to stay still. I'm going to just come straight across the chest, but don't flinch.
Trust me, it'll work. And that's it. Look like no.
You go back in the house. Look what I did. Oh my god.
It's worse. Was like I felt something pop. Is this okay?
Why does
look? It wiggles the other way.
Why does my finger look like a chair? You're amongst like-minded individuals.
So Kendrick, I have a question with everything. First of all, I like what you've done. It's fantastic, and I can't wait to check it out after we're done for the evening. What has been the most difficult part of the production process for you since you started not too long ago? So I know you've had a lot of lessons, but what's been the most difficult part?
Well, the animation comes easy. Figuring stuff out, that's just kind of par for the course. I'm as you probably mentioned in my bio, I'm an Auntie professional as well, so I kind of
once again
like figuring stuff out.
You're amongst friends.
He is his own troubleshooter. Okay.
Yeah, I'm troubleshooting stuff on the fly, and if I can't find, I pretty much found an answer for damn near everything that I was trying to do. There's a few things that I just can't do because the rig that I have just isn't powerful enough. But I want to say the hardest thing to deal with, man, I kind of don't want to say it because I got on to somebody about complaining about this stuff all the time. The hardest thing about it is the lack of support, honestly, because I love animating. Like if I didn't like what I was doing, I probably would have stopped by now. My main audience really is for my kids. They love what I'm doing. So even if only 3 people watch it, I'll probably still make it just for them. But I got kind of, as an artist, you kind of want people to see your stuff and you kind of want them to talk about it. So yeah, I'm just making it for my kids, but man, I would really love it if a few thousand people watch it. You know what I'm saying? And kind of engage with me on it. It's an artist thing. No matter what you do, you can't escape it. That's been the hardest thing. And I talk to my friend all the time about this. It's not like you're buying into anything. It's just you're watching. You know what I'm saying? And leaving a comment and, maybe a like. Whether it's a good comment or a bad comment, just so long as you're being engaging, And, well, actually, let me backtrack. The hardest thing is hearing fellow Black folks say that they would love if somebody did something like this. Somebody comes along and do it, and no one's showing up. That's actually the hardest thing, because now you kind of get pissed and you kind of look at your people like, man, y'all don't like anything. Y'all, it's not coming from a white person. You don't want it. 'Cause, and that's also part of my degree had to do with statistical analysis. So I went and looked at this stuff. It's kind of not our fault. It's kind of where our people are conditioned to only like what someone else likes before us. Like if we won't like it unless it's popular. So
you're not wrong.
I don't want to put a race behind it, but you kind of know who's the main.
You are on one of the blackest podcasts out there. Like we're not afraid to touch those buttons.
We are the Napoleon cake of the blurred podcast. Okay.
Napoleon.
Well, it seems like
Snoop.
I don't even want to say unless a white man touches it. It just has to be popular first.
Yeah.
And usually it's not going to get popular unless a white person pushes it. Let me not even say a white person. Some big.
No.
You're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
Look at the entirety of TikTok.
Yeah.
You are not wrong.
Oh yeah, a lot of Black creators getting this stuff stolen on there.
Oh yeah.
Remember the whole Jimmy Fallon thing where the girl had her dance stolen. The white girl go. Damn, that sounds racist.
No.
The white girl.
But it's true.
I'm from Mississippi, y'all, so I may talk a little different. All right.
Hey,
you talk just fine.
You just talk just fine. You're okay.
Don't worry, you'll get to it directly. Don't worry about it.
No, but it's that. Not even to go into something else. That is the hardest thing, really, is dealing with the frustration of not having the people behind you after the acts or something like this. So like I said, even if no one else watches it, as long as my kids love what I do, it's whatever to me. But
I said it.
Figure it out later.
Make some of this money back. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a lot of money I spent.
Well, see, I'm glad you came on board because this is part of our platform is to showcase and put spotlights on people like yourself who have these dope projects. Because being someone who's collected comics, watch cartoons, watches anime, television, movies, games, all this stuff, and you always do want to see yourself represented. This is why Black Panther was such a big hit. This is why certain animes that have our likenesses in it do big things. However, we always know to create these things, it costs money.
Yeah.
And in order to get the money, we need to support
that.
Whether it's the 3D animation, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a web show, whether it's anything like Blurred Station or Always Press Record, this stuff costs money. It ain't free. Yeah. So you need to, and this is to the people out there that's watching and listening, pass the word along. A share is free. A share is completely free.
That part.
So when you see something like this, you're like, oh, this is dope. It may not speak to me, but I might know someone who likes it.
Well, like we say all the time, treat us like you would treat Meg and Nicki Minaj right now.
I wouldn't say that, but
I say it. As much attention that's gotten, I'm like, treat us, or my old catchphrase, treat us the same way you would treat Beyonce if she knew you were alive.
I would say treat it like Nicki is treating the whole Meg situation. Because it's not a beef. A beef involves two people.
How about none of the above? How about I just don't care? Okay. I don't care.
But you need to see things like this. And you're right. You're right, Kendrick. There are times where it does take someone of the off color for somebody to notice it. It's unfortunate. We know that. But when you have shows like Saturdays on Disney, or Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, or Craig of the Creek, when you have these type of cartoons and they speak to our livelihood or to our childhood to some degree, or it makes us look better than what Hollywood generally would make us look like, right? You want that story told. You need that story told.
That goes into representation, though. That goes back to we know, for all our ages, all our combined ages in here, we all have seen fragments of representation in cartoons and anime. It's not even was now. Now you can see it's its own entity. But beforehand, you didn't have that many. You have the, how do I call this? You have the generic black character on almost every cartoon show out there. And I mean generic.
A unicorn sighting, in other words. It was a unicorn sighting. Whenever you saw somebody black in an animated feature, it was literally, yo, there's a black girl in this and what? Where? When?
But why was it always the generic black character with the worst fade?
Who, like Vince?
All of them
from Recess, or
I could go the entire line from Zach being in the Power Rangers to
Skeeter.
Recess. It's
don't forget Skeeter. Skeeter is black. I don't care what anybody says. Skeeter is black.
Let's be honest. They said blue because black didn't go over well with certain people. So let's just say he's blue, but he has a black attitude. I'm like, that's kind of messed up, Nickelodeon, but I get it. But at the same time, we're starting to now see, like you said, if it's not introduced by napkins, then we're not going to know about it because we didn't have a foothold in there. It's almost as if what's his face that opened his very first animation studio. I cannot remember his name to save my life right now. I mean, how many people outside of that was thinking of doing an anime, much less opening up a studio, much less like Mr. West here with his show? Like, we're starting to see more and more of that. So yes, it does, because the fact that we're, whether it be COVID or whether it just be that you may have reached a certain point in your life where you're not happy with your job and decided, hey, I want to do this and go follow my passion. Okay, cool. But it goes back to the whole thing. You cannot sit there. And I say this now because honestly, I'm just too tired to care about being nice about people's feelings anymore.
There we go. Come on.
29 days of ruthlessness. Let it fly.
I mean, if you wanted something, like we say it all the time, it's like, if you wanted this content, you wanted this channel, you wanted this to be represented by us. Okay, you're gonna have to support it. You're gonna have to spread the word. You're going to actually have to put in work. I hate to say it, but if you want something, you got to put in work. You're not a Kardashian.
No, exactly.
You're gonna have to do something.
You have to show the support to the people like the Kendrick Wests, the Carl Jones, the Laren DeJeanettes, the Sploof Animation, the team that's over at Jaka Lost in Rome. You know, you have to, the J1 Animation team. You have to show support to these entities that are really pushing to put our faces up front.
Pretty much.
We're not trying to push anybody out. We're just trying to tell our story, and from our point of view, and just have fun with it. We don't necessarily need to be over there all the time. We can do our thing here. There's the show on Netflix, Super 7, about the four black African girls. You know, and they're all superheroes. That's dope. I've watched the series. I gotta watch the second season. It's dope. I think it's fun because I like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It's fun. It's cute. We need to see more of that. Craig of the Creek. I can sit back there and watch that just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
You know, so we need to see more of these stories. It can be lighthearted. It can be the anime. It can be like what Wingless Comics is doing with Air Force Ones. You know, we need to see all of that. Like, it doesn't have to be just one. We're not a bottle. We're not getting bottlenecked.
No,
don't need to be bottlenecked.
That part it doesn't have to be one avenue. There's so many places, and we see that in the stories that are created. We see that with the Brave Ones. We see that with Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. We see that with Hot Shot. And the thing about it is, I love to say this: you don't have to include electricity. I'm so happy that I don't see that anymore. No shade. No shade. No shade.
About to see it.
No, we're gonna get it.
I said you're about to see it. I couldn't get away from the electricity trope. It's just a dope power, man. Not even looking at it.
Don't get me wrong.
It is a dope power.
So we had that conversation before. We were just like, why? Spartan said, why is it electricity? I said, it's an unmatched power. It truly is an unmatched power. I get what you're saying. It's unpredictable, you know, and that's kind of the thing. And I'm glad like people like Static and Black Lightning and Storm, for that matter, hold those roles very well, you know.
But don't get me wrong, if you're debuting a character, what I'm getting at is it's always been the generic electricity powers. No one's ever sat there and said, okay, you're a black character that has the ability to control electricity. Could he possibly be able to control every electrical grid in the world? Could he actually conduct electricity through the elements? Could he do something different? Is what I'm getting at.
No,
like,
we have see the evolution of Black Lightning through the years, because at one point he really was not a powered being,
right?
But then when you have Bruce Wayne turn around and say, "Yeah, I have to watch you." Because you are one of the more powerful members of the league. Like,
it's like
they sleeping on you. So
when you get on the list, it's like when you get on it, isn't that bad? When you get on the list, you can finally say that you're considered a threat.
When you see Batman with a clipboard talking about,
he's like, we need to watch this son of a bitch.
All right, your ass is on the list. I don't even care. Fuck your feelings and tell your kids you may not be coming home.
Right. Meanwhile, Bruce is like so busy. Everybody's so busy looking at Clark and Diana. They need to be looking over here at Black Lightning right now.
Jefferson's over there going, keep ignoring me if you want to.
Look, I'm just trying to train my girls. That's it.
But
yeah, you're right.
But you know what's funny? Chris mentioned this when we're trying to get eyes on our folks like Kendrick, who, first of all, like I said, sir, what you're doing is phenomenal. I'm a fan already, and I've only had a chance to glance it for a little bit, and I'm a comic fan like everybody else here. Getting our people to see this is easy and hard. It's easy because you find those just like us who will gravitate to it because it's something out of the ordinary. It's something different. It's something beautiful, and it's been made by our folks. It's hard because they've been so trained in what they see on social media, especially TikTok, which is notorious for that. So now you're fighting the algorithm, which, like our second in command always says, fuck the algorithm, big time. I concur with that. And I will scroll through TikTok and I will see more people bitch and complain about something and say, I see very few people being creative with their time and their talent and just displaying what they do. And I want to see more of that because I was that kid. Chris was that kid. Spartan was that kid. And Tafara, to a certain extent, was that kid who wanted to see something different, but you were not part of the popular group. And to talk about it, you were considered a kid with 3 eyes and 2 antenna. But seeing
I learned the art of fuck 'em early. early. I was just like, I'm going to enjoy this and fuck you.
That's why when I see you pop up in the Facebook group, I'm like, finally somebody who's submitting something that's not the same fucking meme 10 times in a row.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Why my post don't get approved? I'll pay money. No.
Like the kid says, we're both gonna have black eyes and rainy days. But it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. And as a lifelong comic kid who sat on the porch reading Black Panther and getting bullied, but seeing, look how far we've come, you know, visionaries like yourself who've created the brave ones. And I can't wait to see what other projects you got coming out, because I'm already gonna let you know I'm loud with it. I'll be like, you ain't gonna see Kendrick stuff. He's dope. Shut up. And that's just gonna be me, you know. They're gonna see the beard and know.
And I think that's what it just takes. It takes a certain type of person to just say, fuck it. I'm putting this out here. It takes a certain type of person to say, I don't care if you don't like it. This may not be for you. It takes a certain person to keep going beyond that, because I know what you're talking about when you say, where's the support? Y'all ask for this. Where's the likes, or where's the support, or where's the backing, or where, you know, and that's why you have to keep beating them over the head, because they've been beat over the head with everything else. Might as well beat them over the head with this as well.
And also, don't wait to jump on the train because somebody who may have had more, who actually had more status, called it out, and then you want to be like, oh well, I knew about it. Well, if you knew about it before said more influential person knew about it, why aren't you doing what they were doing from the beginning when they saw it? See, you can't sit there and want to help after it finally catches fire, because that's the type of support I could do without, honestly. Especially in that sense. Like, if someone, you know, let's just say Angela Bassett just happens to come across our show, and let's just say she goes, I love what you do. I would love to, much less be on the show.
Yes.
Of course, Chris will immediately be like, yeah, you know, whatever you want, just whatever you want. But
you haven't heard the deal. I'm like, you're the queen. I know you're not trying to screw me.
Right. But imagine somebody of her status does something before someone else that's been knowing about what we do for the longest time and does nothing. That to me is like, you were just better off just being quiet. Because why did it take someone else to do what you should have done? Like we talk about, to share, to follow, to tell people about it, it's free. You'll share every meme on TikTok. You'll share everything you see on Instagram. You'll share your Snapchats, but you won't share somebody's passion. That's the part that I sit there and shake my head and be like, why even say then again, this is for those that, know about it and say we need it and then give no action. It's like, if you want to give support, cool.
If you look at, and I'm gonna use the IG page for Blurred's Eye View. If you look at the IG page for Blurred's Eye View, the stories section, it's nothing but support for the creatives. You're not gonna see filler. You might see something funny,
right?
But then it's right back. Right back. We're right back. It does not stop. It was like there is somebody black out there that got something dope. You need to see it. So that's just what it is. I believe in it's a brand I created. I believe in it. I'm gonna keep it pushing. So even when I'm tired, I'm like, it's 4 a.m. Oh, Kendrick got a new thing out. Hold on. Share.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing we all know in this group. That's what I love about that. Passion does not have a clock out. It doesn't. I mean, if you're gonna be
even though my second command has like, do y'all go to bed?
No. Sleep schedule's been trash all week, and it's been great.
What sleep? That sounds wonderful.
My 2 a.m. is your 7 p.m. So shut up, okay?
Just be sitting up there like, oh, that's nice.
Creative clock is something else.
Oh,
yeah.
Creative clock.
Yeah,
that's what I'm starting calling the creative clock because it's a beautiful thing.
Well, what Carl posted something yesterday. Some creators need time to just sit around and do nothing. That's after midnight for me. But I always see you pushing your stuff, and I know like it was a little out of your comfort zone when I asked you to come on the first time. But I kept seeing you share, and I was like, he needs like we need more eyes on this, and this was the perfect spot for you. So
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it would be a bit of an introvert. It's hard to talk to folks.
Oh yeah, it's
we hard to learn if you're making all this magnificent stuff. You gonna have to learn. Okay?
Some of this stuff is
the more the brave ones get seen, sir. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be talking.
I'm tempted to show the rest of this clip. I'm just to let them know, hey, look, this is what y'all missing out on. You need to get on board of this. And I think before we, that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of taking a break, I'm gonna show the rest of this clip.
What? No chocolate salty balls?
I'm gonna show the rest of this clip. Kendrick, can you stay around while we talk about the news afterwards?
Yep, I sure can.
All right.
My man.
So instead of a break, everybody, we're gonna watch the rest of episode 1 of The Brave Ones. You need to go check this out. I'll have his tag at the bottom of it, so you check this out.
Kira should have been here. She gonna be mad. She should have been here. Ooh.
You did good, son. You did good.
Are you okay?
I should be asking you that.
Fair point.
You know who I am now, so you should know it would take a lot more than that to injure me.
I know. It's just that this is all crazy. I have powers. You have powers.
Listen, Deke. You've always wanted to make a difference. You have the brains. Now you have the brawn to do just that. Here, this may also help you with that, I hope.
Damn. Is this real?
Yes, it is, Deke. I had my friend Inari in Okinawa make it. She owed me a favor.
Thank you, Kwaku.
Now, you can be an actual ninja instead of pretending to be one like when you were a child.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Why would I? Now, how about a pic before you go? Huh? For the gram.
You know, no one says it anymore.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah, y'all need to get on that. Y'all need to quit playing. Y'all need to just.
So just to understand, because I've never had anyone break it down. I know these things cost money. What goes into the expense of an animation like that? Just so for people that want to contribute or help understand.
Okay. First, of course, you gotta design your characters. Which, if you are a halfway competent artist, you can kind of scribble something down on paper and get it ready to be turned into a 3D model. Now, I do a little bit of 3D modeling. I'm more on the animation side of everything. So none of all the characters are designed by me, but none of them are modeled by me.
Oh, I know that face. I know that face. I have done it multiple
I kept it clean. My sister just burst in my room too. So
y'all know what that face means. You know what that face means.
We're all cousins here. We all family.
It's like 4 years.
What you doing in here?
I'm sorry.
Don't you apologize. Don't you apologize. We all the fathers in this moment right now. We understand.
Yes.
But I've always been curious because you always hear like, oh, we had a budget of like this much, but they never explain like, okay, what you had a full like studio with you. What does it cost for the individual?
Well, let's start with character breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Each character costs about $800 from start to finish to create. About $300. If you can find, you really have to shop around.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a really good dude off of Fiverr. He was doing a lot of fun stuff for about $300-400 for each character. I wish I would have used him from the jump, because I probably would have saved about $400 per character. The first 3 characters cost me about $800 each. And that's from modeling to rigging. And then if you want to count my work too, because I'm a texture artist as well, that's about $200 to $300 worth of work. So you're really looking at about $1,000 per character. Once I found a new guy, you can tack that down to about $700 per character. Then you have to purchase your assets. Like I said, I'm modeling some of this stuff, but if I've modeled every single thing that you saw in that video, this shit would have never came out. I would still be working on it. So I utilize sites like CG Trader, Sketchfab, and you can see the artists who contribute. Some of the stuff I am grabbing. Some people don't require credits, but I try to give credit whenever I can if they don't have a name that has some kind of profanity in it or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll give them some credits or whatever. But that's really the big chunk of it is getting the character modeled, rigged, and textured. Then you have to build your scene. If I hire somebody else to build my scenes for me, that probably would be another $1,000. I'll say that the New York backscape that you saw, that was about $400. See the gym, the New York backscape was probably the big major purchase that I made. Like I said, if I try to do it myself, episode 1 would have never came out.
So a lot of it is gathering the assets and just kind of outsourcing. So that kind of better explains where the Martian blueberries of the world come in. So.
Yeah, it's kind of the reason why I don't have an animated intro for Blurred's Eye just yet. I have a dope idea for one, but
everything goes into it. Just
I did a 40-second animation for. I guess I'm gonna give him a shout out. My guy named Promega. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's a rapper on Instagram that came across me, and he wanted me to do something for his. Let me look him up real quick. I don't want to butcher his name. I want to get it right. But he looked me up to do a little intro for him, and that's about 30 to 40 seconds. That's $300 to $400.
Yeah, and that's just, Spartan's brain. I can see his brain like, oh, that's why the captain hasn't done it. Yeah, that's why I haven't done it.
And that's just the anime. We're not even talking about the models again. The animation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly what I'm about to ask. I said there's more there. Like that's just the I forgot what they call it.
I got a whole girl who does 3D modeling, and I'm starting to understand why she just moves from city to city at her whim. If she's getting that much per commission,
right?
I get it now.
If you can get steady work, man, you can make a nice chunk of change. Yeah. But I really got into it not to. I don't want to say making money. I don't want to make any money, but that's not why I got into it. I really am doing it because I like it.
Yeah.
But if I were to make money, I would need, really, you want to go to a studio or something. You can freelance all day, but that work is far and few in between. The majority of the money comes from getting hired by studios like Rooster Teeth and stuff like that, and having them just having consistent work. If you can do that freelance, then that's fine. But I'm only 3 years in, and I see other artists on Fiverr begging money and stuff like that. Well, let me not say begging. They're putting their services.
They're starving artists.
They're starving artists.
I mean, I get it. You got a battle between AI and people BSing jobs and using AI now.
Oh.
Well, the good thing is with animation, I can't see you have AI assisted tools that can help you, like Cascader, but I don't really see, at least not for another 20 years, AI really just taking over an animator's spot.
Oh yeah, because AI still can't get
AI can only do so much.
They still can't get hands and eyes. So I mean,
AI can't even do locks right. So if that tells you anything, that tells you anything about AI. If they can't get a certain hairstyle right, we gonna be okay. We always gonna be artists.
They should.
So if people want to support the project, do you have like a Patreon, Kickstarter, a shop? Like, what can they do?
I don't, like I said, I don't really like begging for money. That's
it's not this. This is genuine support. This ain't begging. This is
they want to see it.
Funding is required for a passion project.
Right. We ain't Disney. He ain't Disney over here. He's not Disney over here.
Well, hold on now. I said I don't like begging, but I'll do what I got to do.
Donations are always accepted.
So I will accept. I'm not going to ask you for it, but if you're feeling generous, I do have a Patreon.
Okay.
It's just go on to Patreon. Is actually I'll type it in the chat over here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put it up. Yeah, it's like we treat it like the church. Donations and contributions are always accepted.
Yeah, we just not a church. We're not tax free.
We're not tax free.
We're not pretentious about it either. So
right.
If you want to donate the coin, we will not complain. We will say thank you though.
Yeah, I'll even show you. I'll put this and I'll throw everything in there after too. Also, if you ever need assistance with voice acting, you have an entire crew.
Yeah,
so,
it's
Like, it's just very true.
It's two of us right here that does voice acting now.
Yes, and he's more qualified than I am because I'm an old man. So
really,
almost stuff I post. Just give me a script. I'll act on whatever you need me to.
Y'all beat me to it because I was gonna volunteer my services. I would be happy to be a part of this program.
I mean, I ain't to brag, but brother got IMDb. I got IMDb credits now. So I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean, I am looking for voice actors. I'll keep you guys in mind. I am constantly searching, but I wanted to say, if you, because I said, I don't like begging for money. If you really want to support, then shop my merch.
Hey.
I got a store with stuff in it. Everything's designed by me. It doesn't have a custom URL yet, but I will be getting that.
There we
tonight.
go. He put the link in.
I got it.
Because I like I said, I don't like begging. I feel like if you're gonna support me, you should get something in return.
Right.
And the best way to do that is by buying merchandise. Now, the other thing, I know is kind of pricey, but I don't really get a lot of that. I get like $2-3 per item. But if you wear the shirt, if you wear the stuff, let your kids wear it, have them go to school. Like, really, just the most valuable thing you can do is just spread the word. Because I don't want to be one of those guys who's bitching and complaining about folks not supporting. I actually want to do something about it. I am doing something about it. I run ads on YouTube and Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok to get the word out there. So it's not like I'm just hoping and praying people will pick it up. I'm actually going out there and I'm doing stuff.
There it is.
Y'all should definitely check out
this man has 3 different ways. You can go to his IG page, which is going to show you to the merch store and through the YouTube channel and the Patreon. and the merch store.
I want that Kwaku t-shirt. That Joker is amazing.
All I can sit there and say is you have 4X sizes. I'm like, my big ass thanks you. My big ass thing. Look, I'm gonna tell you, as a person that works, as a person that works out and loves anime, I cannot stress to you how hard it is to find stuff in 4Xs. I cannot tell. The fact that I saw 4X on your site, I damn near cried. I was like, okay, I have another area.
Wow.
On that note, we got a little bit of news. So for you Trekkies out there, Auntie Michelle Yeoh will be starring in Star Trek Section 31. She will be joining Amari Hardwick, Casey Rose, Sam Richardson, and oh, really? Okay.
Oh, she's coming back. Oh, she's coming back.
Yeah,
she's
coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, she's reprising her role from Discovery.
Look, I've always said one thing about Michelle Yeoh. That's all you got to do is mention her name. I'm watching it. Never been disappointed in nothing she's in.
All I got there and say is, as a Trekkie fan, don't fuck this up.
She was amazing. She was amazing in Discovery, and I love Discovery. That was an amazing show.
But the fact they're actually going to cover the dark side of the dark side of the Academy in Section 31, I'm like, good. You have a blank canvas. Don't fuck it up.
They've been doing great so far, and I've caught bits and pieces here, and I'm like, I'm not even in this verse, and I like it. So, speaking of things that I'll watch whatever they're in, Donnie Yen is doing a kung fu film adaptation, and I'm all for it.
Adaptation of what?
Which movie?
About damn time she showed up.
Are you feeling okay? You good? You all right? I'm
fine. Hi, hello.
All right.
I'm so sorry. I'm fashionably late. It's okay.
I feel so much better than my right hand, my second in command is with me.
I didn't die.
There's also another voice actor in the crew if you need one. So if you need female voices, she's available.
I do like.
Okay.
So there's three of them.
You got three right here already at the helm. So, but yeah, Kung Fu, the film adaptation of Kung Fu being done with Donnie Yen is in the works right now. Yeah, that look that you got, Lady Mandalore.
Yeah, we all had the same look. We had the same look.
Donnie, go get your chips.
So it was just I am with it. I am on it. I'm just like
I'm kind of curious of how they're going to do it, because when you mention Donnie Yen and Kung Fu, the first thing I think of is, can they do it like Into the Badlands? Because that was just that was a phenomenal ass show.
It was.
Loved Into the Badlands.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
That kick from the first episode where he grabs dudes. Up thrust. I'm trying to work that in somewhere. I want that. I want that move in my stuff somewhere. I want that. Man.
This is what sold me on Into the Badlands. First off, Nick Frost was in it, and then it was like Kung Fu, and I'm like, Nick Frost and Kung Fu.
Right.
I'm interested right now. So,
wait, that's the chunky white boy?
Yeah. I was just like, because I like Nick Frost, and I'm like, Nick Frost is in this.
They had him looking like from Old Boy from Tekken 8. They had him like Bob. They had him playing like Bob from Tekken 8.
Yeah, and I'm like, and to sit down and actually I'm like, yo, this
and
is
a badass
good.
at that.
You know, and it wasn't just him. It was just I like Nick Frost. You know, him and Simon Pegg. They're best friends. You know, so I watch stuff that they're in, and seeing him, and then I'm like, wait, there's Kung Fu involved?
Oh yeah, the same fight choreography that was in the same fight choreographies that Warrior did Into the Badlands.
Yeah, and I was just like, let me sit down and watch this. Hold on, this might lead to something. So yeah, just checking that out. It's a shame I didn't grab this, but no one said it. But talk about moving in silence. Byron Allen got money.
He got money, yo. He got money.
This man moves in ways unseen and unheard, and he's right now. His latest takeover bid is for Paramount. Now, this is what this means. It was at 14 billion.
Yeah,
I think it's twice that now.
30.
Yeah. So
He gotta like what the weather do for him that it don't do for me.
Again, Byron Allen can now be known as Master of Coin.
This dude is moving in a way because he wants BET.
Mm-hmm.
And Paramount is the parent company. So he was just like, "Oh, y'all won't give it to me? I tell you what, I'm gonna go to the top and get them, and then you'll be mine."
Yeah, because
Byron is the only survivor of the show Real People that is still around and still has relevance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you won't go into a deal. It's like he kind of took the Disney route. He's like, "Oh, so you won't go into a deal with BET?
So
how much for you?"
He just did a photo. He just did a photo shoot, and I'm just saying,
right? Him and Scrooge McDuck are the best of friends.
Is
but where did it come from? 30 feet?
Hey, don't brag about it. Most people don't ask about it.
Well, he did explain how he got that, because basically he took over many radio stations, and then he took over smaller television networks, and eventually he got to the point to where he turned a profit with those.
He played chess.
Yes,
that's a long.
You can do a lot in media if you know what you're doing, and as someone who worked in radio, most of them don't.
When he did it, because I remember watching him on his late show. And they were saying like he's a comedian, and I called it like something before. It wasn't my thing because I was a kid, and when they, like a couple years go by, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Byron Allen, he bought this station." I'm like, "Huh?" And then they turn around. A couple years go by, he bought the Weather Channel. I'm like, "You say what?" Yeah, so
we had smooth jazz for 20 years as we watched the weather.
Yeah. And then he just kept making moves. Next, now his name is like, y'all were sleeping on me before. Now we here.
If moving silence was a person,
same thing Walt did. They wouldn't sell him the entire land, so he just kept buying it in small chunks.
Like, I'm gonna fix you, and I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna learn you good. That's what he said. So shout out to Byron Allen, because they're just like, and it's a power move that I thought Disney would have pulled.
Disney don't want that dumpster fire.
Yeah,
I'm about to say Disney is selling off stuff. Yeah, Disney is literally selling off media right now.
If there was a point
too bloated.
Yeah. They're just like, all right, maybe we've done a little bit much. But a couple years ago, they were at a position where they were like, you know what, we really could, if we wanted, snatch this that.
I mean, they did own almost close to 75% of all intellectual media at one point. And someone kept on saying, if you take off the mouse, you just turn around. He can turn around and pull the plug one day, and all what you got left.
He's like, sue me if you want to, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Mayhem's not here. He does the perfect. He does it perfect. So so we had this conversation quite a bit, and we've seen the whole slew and rash of Black shows being canceled. Just it's cancellation season, right? Cancellation, things getting redone, whatever. Issa Rae just said that studio cancellations of Black shows have her considering the indie route. So you're seeing very clearly our stories are less of a priority. This is true. And she's a very high proponent of put them on. They Black, put them on. Put them on. Put them on. And I'm kind of with her. I'm not kind of. I am with her. I'm just like, go to indie route. They thought she was playing, and I'm like, no, she deadly serious. What are you talking about?
Because it's a point.
She got the money and the position to do it. I mean, does she?
She does. Honestly, she really does.
She has the influence. She has the position. She has the influence. She has a lot of people's ear. I guarantee, if she can get Angela Bassett on her show, she's got position and influence.
Here's the problem, and behind the scenes stuff. Whatever she puts out will get buried. I think that is a major issue. Because who's she gonna give it to? She's not gonna give it to Disney. She's not gonna give it to Fox.
Oh, you mean if she
HBO,
went,
she already done- she's already
kept
done with
it,
them.
yeah, if she
Like-
Then
if
they
she
all-
went the more traditional route, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why she was saying that she's gonna put something else out, that it would have to be the Cat Williams route. You'll have to go from beginning to end as far as producing it, cutting it, and shopping it out, or go along a different medium and put it out for the world to see. Or I think one comedian, I forgot his name, Ali Sadiq, put it out there on YouTube and ran with that, and that's how he got traction. So I'm not saying she can't do it, but it seems to be the go avenue at this point that you're going to have to.
She's got enough street cred to where if she budgeted correctly, her return on investment would come back quickly.
Yeah, I mean, she's like I said, she has the influence in the position to pull it. Unlike, like you said, like you mentioned, Spartan, like Cat Williams or Ali Sadiq or anybody, she's at a position where she's like, you know what, I can pull this trigger because I know people that I don't have to deal with this traditional route. I can go the indie route and trust me. Like she's in 3 movies that are nominated for Oscars. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying she. I don't know how to phrase this. Of course, she has the. She can. Of course, she could do it. If it was her by herself with not having to worry about anybody else doing some shady type mess, I have no problems. I know I'm tuning in every Saturday night at 8:00 on your whatever local provider she's
like. I got to watch this Issa Rae project. What is it? I don't know. I don't care. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know,
but the beginning, but that could be the beginning of another mechanism that people can jump onto. Like we've talked to people. We've talked to many people that are doing the same thing, which I think is going to be the future. It's going to be these studios are just not going to be profitable for us. I mean, we'll be profitable for them, but they're not going to be profitable for us. And it's going to come to a head. It's like, wait a second. I get this through Paramount, but I get 100% if I go this route. But is the risk worth the reward? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah,
I think she's going to do, if she goes this route, and I believe she will. She has enough support to say, "Hey, I will put in on this." Like she don't have to look for seed money. Not that hard anyway.
Not that hard.
You know, she can go for it. It might be an indie house that's coming up. There's just like, you know what? I've been watching y'all. Boom. That's all it's gonna take.
Stalker mode. Okay.
What if Monkey Paw just showed up and said,
"Get out my head! Get out my head! Get out my head!"
Let Jordan Poole. Let Jordan Poole come. So I mean,
people don't talk about it, but people don't talk about it.
Note called
People don't talk about it much, but Foolish came out right around the same time as Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And they did bus and bench ads, and they still made a good return on investment. That movie didn't bomb.
When you have movies like The Blackening, which is working on a sequel, which people were sleeping on. We didn't sleep on it.
No. But that's the thing though. It's that it's the mechanism on how it's delivered. And we say this all the time, if they would just all come together. The destruction, damn, I just described Power Rangers. The destruction, the actual power behind it would scare Hollywood. I'm not gonna lie. I want Hollywood to be scared.
Hollywood knows that.
They are scared.
Hollywood already knows that.
No. I want Hollywood to shake and tremble. I want Hollywood to literally be as
you
if
want us to be the rumbling.
Not even the rumbling.
Yes, the rumbling.
Yes. No, the rumbling's being nice. I want us to be grim. I want us to be the Grim Reaper toward Hollywood. Just know that we're there and you're on a ticking time clock. That's how I feel about it.
Imagine this, because somehow I apparently one of my superpowers is speaking things into existence, and I'll explain that later. Imagine this. Big Hollywood studio head gets a call. Yes. You mean Byron Allen just bought Paramount? Okay. Which means BET is now his.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. That's okay. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. What's happening? What do you mean? Jordan Peele did what?
Mm-hmm. Jordan Peele just bought NBC. Well, that's two black people. What
okay.
You hear somebody in the distance say, and there we go.
What do you mean? What do you mean Issa Rae just teamed up with Monkey Paw and A20? What the fuck is going on?
just to see a napkin get nervous. Like, where are
we
these
is
black
tired,
people?
boss. We is tired, boss.
At least we still got Tyler Perry.
Oh,
damn.
That's what you see him. You see him pack up all the wigs. Like, look, man. It's been cool. I mean, you helped out, but yeah, y'all about to get bought out. So
he's like, my shows is on BET Network. Me and Byron are cool.
Now, I will say this: to see that happen would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest concern and my biggest problem is them making the concerted effort to create quality content. Not that bullshit that you see on Tubi. Yes, I don't like Tubi. If you like Tubi,
you're amongst the family. What did you?
No, I'm talking about people out who are watching.
Oh, out there. Okay.
Out there. Here, yeah, I'm in august company. I am family right here.
Right.
I don't want to see secondhand talent become secondhand talent. I want to see it grow. I want to see production. I want to see writers. I want to see all of this shine like it's supposed to, instead of being put on the back burner and someone says, you know what, we're missing an audience. Okay, take that movie about that guy with that gun, right? And then put it up front, and then it's Fox all over again.
What do you mean?
But here's the thing though.
Wait, all the black sitcoms are huh?
But
even the ones that oh no.
But to your point though, Navy, it depends if the mission is if the mission statement among all is accepted. Like at one point, didn't we have like 4 different? I mean, you had companies out there behind that were Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Red Fox. At the same time,
what do you mean Tim Reed is coming out of retirement? What are you talking about?
Oh, Tim Reed comes out of retirement. I just no. Let me shut up. I just want the roast of Richard Pryor to be public. I was like, nope. We don't want
wow. We're seeing one newcomer on the field, Mr. Kev on stage.
Kevin Murray. Yes.
Another one.
Like, Aldous Hodge, the Hodge Brothers Productions.
Oh yes.
But imagine
Kevin get into the scene.
So see, we got to get Kev on to stop watching anime long enough to do it.
No.
We need that. We need that over here.
I didn't say stop at all. Just long enough to do the project. He can get back on his grind.
That man just
gotta live
right now. Talk about like, hey, y'all can cancel BET Plus. Just wait till my show airs, please. Like, watch it.
We just got to get him we got to get him a straw hat that fits his head. That's all it is.
Oh no! Who's going to draw the star on his chest? That's what I want.
I knew he was settled in the moment he watched the one episode from Full Metal. He's like, "Why did y'all let me watch this?" I said, "But he was fine."
There it is.
He was fine. It's like once he got past that episode, I'm like, "Oh, you're hooked." Because
that's your baptism of fire, sir.
Yeah, always.
Like, you just got through the rumbling.
I was waiting for him to meet Scar and Mustang, both Mr. Get It Back in Blood 1 and 2.
Let's go.
So yeah, and I think the final part of that deal is like, what do you mean they took everything except for Homeboys in Outer Space?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll leave that trash on the curb.
There's a line that we will draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Like they took everything but that, and like they didn't need it.
You can show that behind New Girl reruns. We won't need it.
Speaking of Kev on stage, congratulations to Kev on stage. He just got his new movie on BET Plus, which is called Churchy. We're going to check it out right now. But just looking at his posts and talking about this thing and seeing just how emotional.
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a movie.
It's a
movie. Series. I'm sorry, it's a series. It's a series.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that it's come to this point, and he's just proud. Mm-hmm. He showed an older video with his brother who had passed away, so he didn't get to see him get to this stage.
Oh, I didn't realize that he had passed. I saw
his brother passed away, I think 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Still fresh.
So it was like this trial, I guess you could say, where him getting to the stage this is serendipitous. So here's Churchy by Kev on stage and his wife, Mrs. Kev on stage.
Boy, that face is telling everything right now. That face right there?
Spectacular, Pastor. You know how to get the hearts and the likes, but can you change a life, son?
Our church is thriving because of me.
It's time for the big announcement.
I'm so excited that you had a chance to join me today. We're about to be blessed.
I'm here to announce and introduce you all to the new pastor, someone who is my spiritual son, Pastor Cleophas Patterson.
I'm your real son. You think you can take this from me? Let's call every church and let them know I am ready to take over their ministry. Now's the time. You take over Potter's house. Let me take over Denver. Send me to Chattanooga. Plant me in Chattanooga. They say that's New Atlanta. Put some drum rolls in the comments right now. God is moving me in my ministry to Lubbock, Texas.
Looks like you figured it out.
I give it a month. You are not to call me for any reason. If it get that bad, you take it to God.
I'm the pastor's new senior consultant.
New pastors, what now?
Titles aren't important. I'm really just here to ease the burden.
Funerals can be so hard. I want an open casket.
But if it's open, people gonna be able to see him in there.
Yes, yeah.
He's gonna be dead. If we could bow our heads and we Jesus. You sure the lady was wrong about you? Relationships are about give and take. Well, do you even know what it is she's asking me to do?
I want my husband to close his eyes and with a giving heart, I want him to eat my.
Amen. Amen.
You're going to hell. Oh, well, no time to go now. Amen.
So
long way.
That's indicative of how it is in the church today. I don't care what anybody say. All right, I said what I
got
said.
$5 that says somebody's gonna wild out and cry and kick the casket at the funeral. There's always one.
There's always one. Always, but I don't want him to.
That quota's gonna be met. Okay, that
quote
quota's gonna be met.
I've never heard that line
That's
before.
what believing in yourself can do.
The line about him going to hell, and he says, "Well, we came too far now." I'm just like, I've got to use that.
But I love the fact that I mean, I'm so happy that he actually, he took that. I mean, for a guy who started out as a comedian to getting your show on BET Plus and bringing others along with you, because I think I saw
and got a show on TBS and got the hosting gig on TBS. So
Friday Night Vibes. I forgot about
comedy tour prior to that with Tony, and then the show, the hosting gig on TBS, and now this. So he's like, he's
Spectrum commercials.
Oh, the Spectrum commercials.
He's been putting his people on with the Spectrum commercials. I'm like, all y'all just in this. Okay.
I just need to see him advertise Old Spice too. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
Oh yeah, but I just need to see Tony Baker one time on one episode, just because he gonna be a fool.
Oh yeah.
Don't be surprised if him were to hear more is going to show up. I wouldn't.
Oh my
God.
God.
The whole gang is showing up. Everybody's showing up.
Like this is
gonna
just
be a dang fool.
Funeral shenanigans are a fact across the board. Yeah,
she's not wrong.
No, she's not
wrong.
Take me with you. I don't want to go.
No, I got my first experience like maybe 5 years ago. It was my great grandma. She was like 98. And one of her daughters, who was technically like my aunt, a great aunt, somewhere up the ladder. And my uncle's in the back, just like, no, why she got to do all that?
See,
that line is said at every black funeral.
Safari, you nice. I was pissed because you always get those people like, oh, take me with you. I want to go, and they drape themselves over the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my 11-year-old self, because I had a great aunt that was like, oh, take me with him. He was too young. I want to go. I slightly pushed her into the casket.
There's times.
You see that look of pride on his face right now? You see that look of
There
pride?
are literally times.
Blackout. Wait a minute.
There are
The guest
literally
is supposed to
times.
blackout.
You see the dimples on his face. That's pride right there, y'all. That is
Look,
pride.
there are times I've been at a black funeral and I've sat at the back. You know, if it wasn't somebody close to me, but it was somebody I knew or somebody that was in the family but not as close. And I watched the chaos unfold. And my wife has had to tell me to stop. Like she hit my arm or something. And I'm like, what did I do? I didn't say anything. She was like, you shaking your head. Like I'm just like disapproving as fuck.
Or sometimes you forget. Sometimes you think your inner monologue is working. Like when you think you said something. It's
always the inner monologue. It's always the inner monologue. You're just like, I'm sitting there like,
I want to apologize, Mr. West, for our
Look, I can't be the only one that had that happen. Hang on a second. I can't be the only one that happened at a funeral when you walk up and sit down and you go, do they really have to have our makeup like that? And then have everybody around me just you thought you said in your head.
I've left a funeral with a friend and looked at it and like we didn't say anything. We just kind of glanced. And then when we left, we were just like, yo, was we at the right one? Like that didn't look like who we thought that was.
No, Spartan is my cousin Z-Boy. At that same funeral, it was me and my other cousins because this is Big Mama, so we only knew her for like the first. Well, the fact that we made it to our 20s with her and she got to be like not late 90s, great. But we got our heads down trying to be respectful. My cousin's in the back just cutting up the whole time. My other cousin has brought us fiance, so this is her rite of passage to the family. So her head is down and she is ear to ear laughing like I should not be crying laughing in church. I'm going to hell with y'all. And I'm just like, welcome to the family. Because my granddad's new wife decided she wanted to give a speech for all of like the 6 months that she knew her. And my cousin in the back, like, hey man, you take any longer, we all gonna be in the casket with it. Could you hurry it up?
Yeah, that's why I raised my hand. Like I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
I know Kev is about to have the all deaf crew doing some shenanigans in this show.
I already know. My wife found out quickly. After it was my grandfather's funeral, and it was after what, and all of us shave our head bald. Like none of us have gone bald. We just shave our head bald. So it's my uncles and my older cousins, and the stories that were coming out of their mouths, including mine. And she was just like, "What is going on?" And I said, "This is how we rock. Welcome to the family, dear." And so you are in for a ride. It's just.
Now, I had a moment at a funeral. It was one of my aunts, and I've never done this before. I laughed out loud and couldn't control it.
You've never done that before.
Yeah, no, not at a funeral because my uncle, open casket, he goes up. You know, family's going by and they're reviewing, and it's like, oh, he comes up, and I was still sitting down. He said, why does she look like a frozen ham? And I screamed. And my mama hit me in the back of the head. I'm like, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. He literally said,
I'm gonna keep what I'm gonna say to myself because this definitely gonna be great. If I said, you know what?
And she's closing the camera.
Hey Kev, if for some reason you watch this reaction, I'm sorry.
I'm you know what? We already here. So I'm
I
going
got in trouble. I didn't even
if
care.
you don't like churchy, it's for black people anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody started laughing. Everybody started laughing. They was, and my uncle's like, okay, I didn't like her ass when she was live.
Don't feel bad, Navy. At least you didn't sit there and watch a casket go down, and a relative, let's just say, was heavy set, and the motor that was lowering the casket had died.
I'm begging you to stop.
No.
I am begging you.
Wait, hold on.
Everybody on your side of the
wait.
You need
There's another Hollywood story by Black Spartan.
I feel like I gotta say this because, like, you know what? I feel like if I say this, I'll feel better because
no, this is not
no. I'm gonna say why because it was a nice funeral. We made it all the way to the end. Now this relative was a little bit on the heavier side, so they were lowering the casket, and the machine that lowered the casket
from the
kind of died halfway through, and you can hear it dying. You ever hear like a car running low on fuel until finally it sputters out and dies? That's what
Not
happened
every
midway
story has-
down. So the whole time, Doves are releasing Amazing Grace. You get. I was like, when I tell
need
you,
to see
no.
in this show, I need to see the go ahead.
No, here's what makes it bad. The pastor was the pastor was trying to prolong it, like, y'all need to hurry up and lower this person in the grave. I can only speak so much from the Bible. Finally, I gotta sit there and say it. Does heaven have an elevator or a forklift when they get there? I'm sitting there, my mom. Why did you sit there and say? I was like, it ain't my fault. They're not even at the halfway point yet, and they need help.
Wow.
I was like,
oh my god!
I kid you not. The entire front row laughed. You could tell they was laughing their heads off. Now the flower ladies, they were mad as hell at me, but I was like, how y'all get mad at me? The machine quit before he did.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Congratulations, Kevin, on stage. I know you're gonna make the Black Church experience hilarious. I know there's a hustle preacher character in there somewhere.
I'm gonna get a call from my mama tomorrow. Did you laugh about a funeral?
I did. I did. It was like, I did.
Which one was it?
Oh my god! So
I picked tonight to try to make an effort to come into this mess. That's what I did. That's my fault. That's my fault.
We appreciate you, Kira. You
No,
know,
wait! Don't say my name out loud.
You can join me on my. I got plenty of room on the chair. Come on, you can
look here. Look here. Look here. The after the response I seen earlier this week, and I told Spartan, I said, see, and that's why I will get kicked out of hell. Because the response was, oh, so you're down here now. And he's like, well, at least I'm not living in my daddy's basement. And the devil says, well, fuck you too. And I'm like, see, that would be a response I would tell Satan himself, and he would just say, you can go on back upstairs. I don't need you down here.
How does it feel millennials later? You still got daddy issues.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Who's up for
No, don't bring that baby into this like that. Don't bring that baby into this like that. You don't do that. She's better. She's a clean
If I
soul.
just hard transition into the outro when I clip this, or
No.
if
my god!
If I have to add
I was talking about the devil. We got the Devil Dinosaur.
I mean, we got Devil Dinosaur. I mean,
is that how you chose the trailers for this? Because I didn't even clip that. Didn't even clip.
I was not even expecting it to go like this. I wasn't.
Oh man! Really, Kira? Straight to the sage?
Huh?
Yeah.
Straight to the sage, Kira? Really?
What?
I bet the stage wasn't even lit. She's just gonna wave it.
Also, dear Black people, the same rule goes for this show for all that we do for all of our Black Panther films. No bootlegging. Support the damn thing.
Before I do show the trailer, however, I do want to give a shout out to our indie artist of the show, I should say, Jason Michael Primrose.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jason Michael Primrose. Go over to his IG page, Jason Michael Primrose, or Lost Children of Andromeda. His book is on Amazon Books. You actually get a discount now.
Big.
I think big discount that he just found out about himself. He was like, I don't know what happened, but go over there and to Amazon Books. It's there. 2050Z, Lost Children of Andromeda. He's a dope guest. He was dope. He's a friend of the family. He's family. He's family.
Amazing people. Amazing.
I'm jealous because he stays out of the country now.
He's out there. What is that?
He's just out just gallivanting.
That man is happy in Portugal, and I ain't mad at him because I've been to Portugal. I know why he's there.
So yeah, go to Lost Children of Andromeda on IG. It's an amazing book. I have it myself. It is fun. It is informative. He just did his first comic book, so it's based off of 2050Z. So, but his other hardback and trade paperbacks, great stuff. Even some of the interiors, the arts that he has for the interiors is a dope stuff. So go check him out. Shout out to Jason. He's always a blast when he comes through. He always tells us about his adventures in Prague, and I'm just like, I was wondering why those pictures seem so damn peaceful, because he ain't here.
Yep, he is settled in Portugal, and I am
A whole lot
not
of
mad at
woosah
him.
going on.
A whole lot of woosah going
Right.
on. So he's our indie artist of the show. So check him out. If you know any POC creatives, which we know quite a few, but don't be afraid to go ahead and drop one in the DMs for Blur's Eye View, and we will showcase them. And I don't mean just for the month of February.
All
All year round.
We all year round.
366. Y'all know how we rock. We don't play around over here.
25, 8, 366. Let's go.
I'm about to say this ain't McDonald's.
I literally said earlier in the show, oh, it's 4 a.m. Look what Kendrick West just put up.
You went
That's
that
why
4 in the morning.
Share. So check him out. Go over there, show your support. We're gonna check out Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's second season, which I think premieres tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes,
it comes
tomorrow.
So
Another great show you really need to be showing support for and having fun with, because first off, the voice cast. First off, the voice cast is amazing, and then two, can't get much more black than that, can you?
Man.
My life used to be pretty normal. I spilled my popcorn.
I know you've gone through a lot since
Defeating an evil empire's army of monsters and fighting my way back from the multiverse.
weird week, huh?
Let's go!
Keeping up this double life, it's really starting to wear on you.
I got it all under control. This ain't great. Moon Girl here, how you doing?
Lady Bullseye. Kid Creed. Brian Glory. I have a bone to pick with you.
Is there a villain up
You really thought you could face off against me?
It's your problem-solving brain that makes you unstoppable.
I got this.
I followed all the news stories about that Moon Girl.
It's time to come clean about being a superhero.
I gotta go at my own pace. Watch me go. What I call my gotcha glove, 'cause I got you. I may be young, I may be small. I am Moon Girl.
New Friday, February 2nd at 8 on Disney Channel and next day on Disney Plus.
Wakanda forever.
let me tell you something about this show. I love their soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's banging.
That
Absolutely
soundtrack hits. Even their bumpers. I'm like, yo, okay. There's only Adult Swim and now Moon Girl bumpers are the only bumpers I want as on wax or something. I need those mixtapes. I need all that because why not? Because and then they got a great voice cast like Lawrence Fishburne, Alfreda Woodard. It goes on and on, like on and on, and I like the fact.
Y'all. I'm sorry.
When what won me over is not just because it was Moon Girl, but what really won me over in the first season was the trailer they did, and they showed a fighting scene, and it was Childish Gambino, and I'm like, oh, they just doing that for the trailer, and then watch the episode, and like, oh, they were actually playing Childish Gambino.
Yeah, no. It's up there.
I was like, oh, this is what we doing.
Yes, for
I'm in. I'm in. So I like it. Thoughts?
I'm sold.
I can't wait. I love that little girl. And the hair.
I haven't
They give her hair.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad they took a chance on a character that's not part of the typical Marvel universe, and she's paying dividends.
Yeah. And I can really enjoy and appreciate that.
It's the hair for me. It's the hair.
It's the hair. And they play with it too. They actually did an episode. They actually did an episode dealing with her hair, and I'm like, they really did that. I like that. You know, so I'm like, y'all didn't step away from it, and that's all we're talking about, right? It's just it's not inclusion, it's representation. It's being represented in the fact that you can see yourself, or your little girl can see themselves, or your little boy, or your nephew, or your niece, or your daughter, or your son can see themselves in these characters and still have fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that typical Hollywood trope.
It's not the black girl sass. It's I'm talking back because I have intelligence behind it. I'm not she's being a smart ass, but she's also smart.
She's a genius.
She's not abrasive. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what you usually get with a strong black female lead. They always have to be abrasive too.
And all of this shit and like what the
even there's even moments where she's not as confident. And she kind of snaps out of it. She gets the moments and she snaps out of it, and it's like,
and you relate to it.
Yeah,
all of us relate to it.
So I can. This is a great. The series itself is fun. The book series is fun too. So that's tomorrow. I'm like, where was y'all pushing at all?
No goddamn where. And why are you in the sorry, you know what? Let me
if you ask people who know about it, they love it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't see this in the big Disney Plus promos or anything like that.
I mean, it's the same with Craig of the Creek. They didn't really push it. They push it now.
Yeah,
they didn't push it before. Now they got Craig Before the Creek, which is a movie, and then they got
just the one Craig.
And then it's the one about his little sister.
His sister got a spinoff because
I'm like, this is fun. Like watching those type of shows is just fun.
See, they don't break, but they don't push them. Again, it's amazing how lack of advertising, and yet the ratings have worked. The rating, the rewatches, the ratings. Watch. I'm going to call it now. That Moon Girl right around season 3. Watch it gets heavy. Watch it gets heavy promotion because it's like, oh, we have this. No, we've known about this. You just now decided to acknowledge it.
That's why the OG Proud Family was so loved, because they did it basically outside of the Mouse House.
Yeah,
and they were able to market it. And
that protest episode they did, I was like, yo,
they did it.
Where's
the promo for their next season, by the way? Also,
I don't know if it's on the way. I've been looking.
Yeah.
I followed the dude who made them.
Well, they said
he's very active on Twitter.
Well, the season is still coming, but as far as the advertising, it's can't be found.
Because the last 2 seasons though have been Black History Month releases though, so that's why I'm already like,
where's it
where
at?
You at?
You're like, where's it at? Where's it at?
Where you at?
And I don't know if it's because
we're segregated to one particular month of the goddamn year, but could you let me know that I need to be down in a particular time?
The shortest month of the goddamn year, but all right.
Yeah, thanks for that, Oscar Brown.
Let me stop.
We got an extra day this year, though.
We got an extra day.
You know what? History Month with a DLC day. Thank you, Oscar Proud. Thank you, Oscar. I run that clip every year.
I was going to save it. I'm gonna find it first, but there's another movie. I was going to save it, and because it just dropped today, and it's Aldous Hodge and Danielle Deadweiler. And
what this?
What this? What this?
Just the Caribbean Auntie just came out.
If I can find it, because I shared it earlier.
You're giving the black mom that just read a report card. What is this?
What is this? What is this?
What is this?
I have to find. Let me find it first, because I really wanted to show this one, and I gotta go through the chat.
Moral of the story: Black animation works.
Yeah, I mean, when it's told properly.
Like, imagine the original Proud Family with like social media, because I didn't know who most of those guest stars were growing up. But then when you look back in you see how many people were in that show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that was a show that had a purpose, though. You know, when you get shows out there that are entertainment, you got shows that got a purpose. That was it.
I missed it when I was younger because I didn't have the Disney Channel. I was poor.
Oh my god!
It was very much basic cable at times. Sometimes it was we got channel 34.
Oh, no. In New York, it was. Trust me, Disney was very premium in New York.
Was it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes cable. Sometimes you had to make a call.
You say Disney, it's like you rich. Really?
Yeah, Cartoon Network, Disney, Nick, 36, 35, and 34. That was like the basic cable you got for us.
Yeah.
For you.
I didn't know there was
I ain't gonna lie. I thought people that had cable was rich because I'm from the I had the antenna age for the longest time.
I just want to know who
You and me, Spartan.
Struggle
I saw a black box on top of the TV. I thought they were being recorded.
Look, there was a while where I had that me and my brother had the black and white TV and watching Bugs Bunny cartoons on there.
My grandmother said,
we thought we made it big having a little TV in that room like that.
Nah, my grandmother made it really simple. I hate that damn antenna. Get that cable. I hate that damn antenna.
The TV / recorder. Shit, I forgot the word. Everybody remembers that
VCR?
TV. No. Had the old school 45 recorder. So you had the TV in the center console, but you had the 45 on the left.
Yeah.
I call it the indestructible TV because every old head had it.
You talking about the one that had that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I call it indestructible because there was no way in hell you were destroying that thing.
You couldn't get rid of it.
No,
a 2-in-1 that could wreck a car if you threw it at.
Yeah.
The thing was durable as fuck.
Straight cherry wood. And
it's a hell of a combo, though. It was a hell of a combo. Like record player.
Yeah, the TV and the record player in there. It's like, I don't feel like watching TV more. Click.
Sure.
What?
My childhood was the big home theater TV with the big wide bulb in the.
The 3 bulbs, the projection TV.
That's
TV. We have one of those.
That's the one where people thought you was rich.
You know what it is? They're not heavy. You just gotta lay them down flat on the screen side.
The TV with the fat ass.
Yeah,
some of them had one.
That was the
Some of them had it, but I'm talking like it could take up damn near the size of a wall. Like
Yeah, that was the Adele Gibbons of TV.
It's the TV that when you was like, who watching the Super Bowl, and that's whose house you went over to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, my roommate got one of those in college from, I guess, one of his teammates, and then left me with it. And then I just moved it into like the lounge area of our dorm. And then like my senior year of college, when I was at work, I go into like this old storage closet, and there's the TV staring at me. I'm like, you son of a bitch! I thought I got rid of you.
But it doesn't go away. It's like
and then my supervisor's like, yeah, man, somebody just left it. Damn. It's like somebody just left it in the dorm or in the lounge next to the ping pong. I'm like, wonder who did that. I'm like, I plugged it up for y'all.
Hey, it could be
ex-wife of TVs, they never leave you.
No. Well, all they have was like this little mini, like mounted, like 12-inch TV about the size of this damn laptop, and I'm like, here's a bigger screen. Watch the Packers game. Have fun.
Hey,
so that movie with Aldous Hodge and Edwin Hodge and Daniel Deadwaller is called Parallels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. It's called Parallels. I was gonna save it for Tuesday, but because it's such a dope premise, I just said fuck it. If we run past time, which we are, I just say fuck it.
Fine.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live, right?
We'll do it live. Damn it.
Sound up.
We got sound.
With this place.
Oh, everybody shut up.
Oh, God damn it.
We were just talking too much. Run it back.
Yeah, I thought I didn't hear anything at first. That's on me.
Let me try it again.
I'm going to need you to fix that, sir.
I thought I hit the button. You know how it is.
That's what they all say.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry.
Okay, rewind, and now we run it back.
Yeah, run it back.
Commercial break is brought to you by professionalism.
Here we go. We have it in loads, of course. No.
There's something
Don't
wrong with this place.
What do you mean?
Out in the forest.
Vanessa.
I kept walking around. It's like I was in some kind of loop.
I love you, but you need help. I lost a son. I don't want to lose you too. It's the anniversary of Obi's death.
I can't talk about this right now.
You gotta be patient with her. It will be all right.
Didn't your dad say they did experiments around here?
They shut the facility down. The forest was reclaimed as a preservation. He was searching for something. He lost his mind. And now I'm losing my wife.
Everything okay?
Is it?
Alex?
We never met. From a
Jordan
different-
Peele's next movie.
What are these spaces?
Fragmented versions of the world. The paradox is that we can't coexist in a space that's already occupied by another version of ourselves.
My son, is there a chance he's alive?
Every space I've searched, he's dead.
Maybe you haven't looked hard enough.
I'm closing the space.
I think we can find him.
Humans have never fully been in control.
She's not Vanessa! We can't exist in the same space. My son, he's still out there, and I need to find him.
Therapy for me came at a time.
I don't know about
that's
y'all.
That's what we're gonna need. Therapy. Yes, that's what we're
I'm about
gonna
to catch that.
I am looking forward to something like that.
Man, that's Invasion of the Body Snatchers level shit. Yo, let's go.
That is, I like that premise. I'm not mad. I'm kind of mad about the son's name that was used, but
I saw the second I heard it, I saw your face.
Like, whoops.
It's the
I was
anniversary
like,
of
really?
No.
Out of all the names you could have picked, Mr. Hodge, out of all the names,
I like it. It looks interesting. However, it is very much reminding me. If anybody's seen the Family Guy episode where Stewie makes everyone lose their memory, and the guys are just like looking at each other, like, let's figure out. And he cuts to the girls, and they're automatically fighting each other. He's like, they've been in there for 5 minutes. They haven't even tried to learn each other's names. I don't know how this happened.
No, this looks a nice mix of sci-fi and thriller / maybe horror.
it's like if Tenet met the Woods.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put that. 'Cause I like the fact the play on your TV being like a multiverse and a closed off space. I was like, that was an Alfred Hitchcock episode from long ago, and I cannot remember the name of it. But I like it though. Kind of mad about the using a name that's kind of given.
Mr. Hodge, I'll be reaching out to you and the crew over at which I've already reached out to IMB Collective, so we're working on some stuff. You know, come on through, stop on through. You know,
Yeah, whenever that drop. When does it come out?
They didn't say. It doesn't have a release date. Oh wait, no, it does. This month.
Oh shit,
the 23rd.
Hey, we might have to review that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that one. But the funny part of the whole therapy afterwards. Do you need therapy after watching that trailer?
Nothing else is
The timing was impeccable.
Not from you. No.
You know, nothing else is coming out this month that people should go see. Actually, let me stop. We have Demon Slayer and Final Fantasy. I have to go get tickets for.
Sir. Come on now. We just had this discussion last month, sir. We just had.
Rather than go to Madam Web.
No, we had
No.
Yeah, see how fast everyone's face just changed.
No,
I have standards. No, I have standards.
I do want to go see Advent Children though, just because when I was younger, I don't remember what I think Crisis Core had just dropped,
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to play it. I
Right.
didn't have a PSP. But at Universal Studios, if you go to City Walk, when Advent Children first dropped, they did like a weekend release, but it
Nice.
wasn't really promoted. So it was one of those things in the city, like if you knew, you knew. So now that the new Final Fantasy is coming, I'm like, let me get my second shot.
Before we get out, I want to ask Kendrick, what was your thoughts on Parallel?
That looks like a must see. I love stuff with it kind of deals with physics. You don't necessarily have to explain it all, but it's plausible. Like it's out there enough to where it kind of makes sense. We don't know a whole lot about parallel dimensions and stuff like that. So
It's giving Black Mirror a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never watched Black Mirror.
Oh,
watch earlier episodes of Black Mirror.
Early episodes before it got Hollywood.
Season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah.
White
Yeah,
Bear. Trust me, White Bear will fuck up your head.
Man, doing the animation thing, it takes up so much time. Like I used to before 3 years ago, I used to be heavy on shows. But since I've been doing my thing, man, I catch stuff every now and again. So I've heard a lot about Black Mirror, especially Anthony Mackie's episode, whatever crazy stuff he did in his.
Mufasa.
I could have lived without that.
Mufasa.
It's an acquired taste.
What has been seen cannot be
That
unseen.
look, my
my
daughter was watching it again, and I'm just like, but she's and he.
My problem
But
is
you
everybody
know what the
acting
truth
like
is. But you know what the truth is.
my problem is everybody acting like that was a happy ending. I'm like, have we been watching the same show? Those two words don't apply to this series at all.
Well, you mean once a year somebody gets no.
Right. It's like, oh, they get to be together. I'm like, we just broke up like 3 relationships and a happy family. What? Who's
Right.
here?
Bitch.
Now, Parallels looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I like Aldous Hodge. He's a good actor. Man, I became a fan of his on Underground.
Nice.
Yes.
Man, I love that show. I hate that it got canceled. I know why it got canceled.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I love anything he's in, I'll go see it. I will go see it.
Yeah, like he's a great actor. He's probably the saving grace of Black Adam.
Pretty much. He's the only reason I can tolerate watching it.
Oh, that movie wasn't that bad.
Yes,
it wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was.
Yes, it was.
It was
Yes,
dumb.
It was.
It was good, dumb fun. I didn't
That okay, it was that. I'll give you that.
Okay,
It
good.
was dumb
Okay.
fun. Good
I
dumb
loved
fun.
him in Leverage. I loved him in Leverage though.
I wouldn't expect. I went into Black Adam not expecting in-game type of stuff. I just expected something. Just something to get the endorphins going.
Yeah.
You know, something not endorphins, but the dopamine going.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It looked good. It felt good. It was a good action movie for what it was.
I'll give you that. That's fair. That's fair. It's The Rock. I expect Rock stuff.
Yeah. I mean, The Rock really hadn't been good in anything since The Rundown, to be honest. So
You ain't wrong.
He will forever be my Carter Hall though, because Hawkman. Oh yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. It's just because we mentioning Black Adam and we're talking about it, and I seen a clip earlier today from I seen a clip on TikTok that I posted, and it was me, DC, and Candy B, and we had Kiwi Nina Mori on. And this was around the time Jungle Cruise was coming out. And DC's a big fan of The Rock. And he was like, I'll watch a lot of stuff he's in, but what I'm not gonna watch is rocking that little ass hat. And
Why was it so small? Why was it so little?
I'm like, this.
Don't do that, Davey. Don't do that, Davey. Look, he can hear DC's voice saying that. Like what the?
Loud as hell.
Disney and your wardrobe budget. Come on now. So y'all budget is usually good, but you didn't have to give him the Oscar Gosh hat.
God damn.
That was a wild episode.
It checks the check though.
It was a check. Yeah, check's a check. So
I'm broken.
But it does.
That's all I
I'm
gotta say.
with it. I'm with it. So we're getting ready to sign off. We'll give the people what they're looking for. The good stuff.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
Kendrick West. Talk to the people. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook under the Brave Ones 2020. Also on Instagram. Should also be actually it's Millennial Studios.
Millennial Studios 2020.
Man, there's so much stuff. I got so much stuff going through my head, man. It's hard to keep up with it.
Oh, welcome to the club.
It's tough being intellectual. It is tough being an intellectual, ain't it?
Yeah. Wait till you hear the rest of our sign-offs.
Millennial Studios 2020 on Instagram and Millennial Studios Entertainment on Facebook. On YouTube. If you look at the Brave Ones on YouTube, I did enough to where I'm at least at the top when you look up
that right there.
So either look up the Brave Ones, Kendrick West, or Millennial Studios Animation or Entertainment.
And if you like what we've seen tonight,
and how could you not?
Exactly. Go show your love to the Patreon, and better yet, go show your love on the merch channel so he can make more episodes that's like what you've seen tonight, because that is black.
I was waiting for it.
Did you think I was going to shy away from it?
No. I thought you were going to play the clip.
I told you I look at several captains, and Malcolm Reynolds is one of them, and he's known to go head first into some danger. I don't care.
I was waiting for the obligatory I'm black clip. I was like, he has on deck. I know he does.
Yeah. Do you have? I gave you the Proud Family one. Yeah.
I still got. Oh, you mean all the? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
These are all the profile pictures starting today.
That's what we is. You know, it's black as a blackest right here. But yeah. Kendrick, dude. The Brave Ones. This is dope. Is representative of our culture. If you're not paying attention to those flags in the background, man, the fight choreography is fucking balls, man. I loved it. Shit, it was amazing. So I keep that up, man. Like, go show your support. Go to Millennial Studios 2020 on IG. Go to the Patreon page. We'll be posting all that great stuff, all that stuff.
Go to the merch store.
Go to the
Make sure you check out episode 2. It just dropped on last Friday.
Look at that.
I'm watching that. I sign off ahead. What you talking about? I already got my YouTube up. Let's go.
Shoot. But once again, and I got to give you this because that shit was bomb.
Thank you.
That was bomb. I like it.
Yes.
We all like it. I hope you like it out there too.
Yes.
I would say America, but I'm not Bernie Mac. But like Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of y'all.
Trying to tell you something, America. Try to tell you.
Hi,
Lady Mandalore, talk to the people.
Hi. Hi. So, my name is Lady Mandalore. I be on here Tuesdays and Thursdays, as y'all well know. Still need y'all to run up them watch hours for us, please. So tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell the people that you don't like at work so they can hate watch. But we need to run those numbers up real quick. Cool, love you. But you can find me at Roomful of Blurs.
I had it up before. I was giving her
positioning.
She was giving me just enough talking time to drop it in there.
I appreciate you. You can find me here on the internet, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Fanbase, and on
New York accent came out
right now.
Yeah, it came out real strong.
New York accent came out.
Which one?
New York.
Your New York accent came out. I mean, it came out strong.
I had a shot.
There's nothing wrong with my second in command's New York accent.
I like that's okay. That was
She had a Bronx
like,
accent just
It
now.
just
She had a
snuck, it
Bronx
just snuck
accent.
up on
that
us.
was Long Island. That was Long Island that I did a
No,
little bit there.
that was
Oh,
Bronx.
there it is.
That was Bronx.
But no, my New York is fucking New York. Like, don't play with me. Like this
That's
is
that right there,
okay?
and I
No.
love it.
It was a surprise when it came out.
Yeah. Holy Christ. You can find me on TikTok. I do voice
I think he left the building a
acting
long
things
time
that
ago.
I need to start doing more of. Jesus Christ. Voice acting things that I need to start doing more of. I have my podcast that I do live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are still in the throes of the Queen, Her Majesty, the Weather Witch, Storm. For my comic book reading club, we are currently reading X-Men Red. We are up to issues 4, 5, and 6. We are going all the way through 16. A time is being had. A time is being had.
The goddess does never disappoint.
It is not disappointing in any way, shape, or form. I think that I should probably get off right now. I also want to say was positive. Pause. I wanted to say something that was positive, and that is whatever you're hesitating about doing, as long as it's positive, unless somebody's fucking with you. As long as it's positive, please go do it. We need a nice variety of people with different viewpoints and ideas out in the world right now, especially since it's looking like that might be more of a suppressive thing that's coming up in the next couple of months to years. We need y'all to run it up. Don't be afraid. Just go out there and shoot your shot. Worst thing that happens is somebody says no, and that just means it's not for them. Go to the next one.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, my second command does not play.
No.
Do not let me grab my wild card from out west. No. Our very own crazy car. Don't let me grab her.
I'll cut a bitch.
When to cut a bitch, want to lay a soul to rest, and I don't think you want neither one.
I look good in red.
It's a far.
I got him. I got him. Yeah.
You can find me here on all socials under this name. I also do things on the internet. You can also find me doing a lot of the editing. Just a little.
A modicum of petty.
Just November. I was gonna wear a much more violent shirt today, but I'm like, let me save that for next. Let me be nice today. Still in my closet. I do all the editing for Blur's Eye View, or as far as our clipping and stuff. Just start checking the channel every day. As far as what we are trying to do and who we're all having come through and the stuff I'm gonna have to be chopping, I'm just gonna start throwing it all up as much as I can for the next 28 days. Speaking of, it is Black History Month with the DLC bonus, so we get 29 days to act the fool instead of 28.
But if you are watching us, it's 366. 25/8. Y'all figure out the math.
Yeah, thank y'all to y'all who've been binging. Our hours are going up, but any and all things help. So hit a playlist, watch a Black Spartan story, run back an old episode. It's all appreciated. Remember, this is the 1 month the algorithm likes to like us or pretend it likes us. So your block button, your ban button, and your delete button are your best friends, especially if you are a cosplayer. They are waiting in your comment sections. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Do not spend the entire month that you can get free exposure, possibly life-changing, in meta maximum security. You don't want to do it. Don't serve the 30.
That's true. This is true. Navy, talk to the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon with the new Harry Potter glasses. It is still your frosted bearded blur corn here. You can find me right here. Right here. It's simple. It's simple. It's letters. Just put it together. You can find me all over social media. It's so necessary. It's so necessary. I do declare, sir. I just want to make sure that they do not get caught up in the fake rapture of being stupid. You can find me. The combos are coming back. I actually have my list here. I've started getting guests popping up in here, so definitely check out. Make sure you're checking out my Instagram. Miss Angie and I put out an episode of the Blurred Corn Speaks podcast recently, so go check it out. We are across all podcast platforms. YouTube is definitely coming back, and Twitch is definitely coming back. And if I can offer anything, do not let anybody taint your creativity. If there is something that you want to start doing and you have the inspiration to do it, don't worry about someone else's approval, because at the end of the day, they're not putting in the work. They're not coming up with the time, and they're damn sure not putting in all of the effort to do it. If it is your baby, it's your baby. Keep your mind, keep your ideas, share them with people that will support you, and fuck them basement virgins. Enough said.
The virgins of the basement.
Man, I've been having to humble some of them the last couple of days.
You couldn't help it, huh?
You couldn't help it. Everyone's mad. Everyone is really mad about
the lower level incels, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The lower level incels.
They were really upset about this Pal World and this Arkham game.
Yeah, they're coming out of their mom's basements and still wanting fish sticks. Anyway, oh wow,
Sunny D.
I just looked and just saw Spartan stories. Spartan stories are legendary.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
I do feel like every time I'm coming on this podcast, I tell a different story every time.
Yeah, no, you got him, homie. You got
write them all down. So guess what? You stuck. We're writing them all down.
So Tafari, I think I do need to make that intro and just slightly and throw it over to you. So every time Spartan
already in playlist.
Just
I felt like I had to get that off my chest, because I'm sorry. Every time I just think about that,
boy, stop it.
At least you have to worry about a frozen ham, so that's all good though.
I mean, it's just when smoke comes off of it, and it's just like we're not supposed to say that.
Is that dry ice? No.
Stop it.
No, it's hell coming to claim the rest of y'all.
It's so necessary.
Oh, I felt so bad.
Imagine if we actually had a spaceship and like, oh, here come that crew again. Yeah, we are that crew. We keep telling y'all. You didn't believe us.
Hey, just good and terrible. Just good and terrible. Anyway, let me stop before somebody from that funeral says you didn't have to talk about Big Mama that way. Right? I'm sorry, we should have got one crane instead of two. Anyway, that being said, Black Fox 447 is where you can find me, guys.
Unreal.
I usually do reviews on everything, including Jim, because I like to get in shape. I'd rather not have two cranes used on me.
Bro, Black during Black History Month.
Hold on. Okay, let me make sure I do this right. Okay, I'm doing this. Right.
I'm sorry.
There we go. I am prepared.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I really don't. But it sounded good. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so 2 shows I usually do. My news political podcast, How the Frack We Got Here, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. My video game podcast, Get Bit, every Friday at 7 p.m. Because we will be covering what PlayStation tried to show us, because they didn't show us Kingdom Hearts 3. I know, Tafari. I know.
Trash.
Aside from that, definitely check out the blurredeyeview.org website, because I do cover the wrestling there. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. And I sat there and said that the Royal Rumble was a disappointment for the men's side, but the women, y'all was cool.
Cool. They were
showing
the hell out. They showed out.
The men's was good and terrible, but
I think they banked on that too. I think they banked on the women really showing out, and they did. They
really did show out, especially Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair, 3 black women that actually ran the Rumble.
Yeah.
Hasn't been seen or heard of. And also shout out to Bianca Belair for being the first black female wrestler on the cover of WWE 2K24. So again, congratulations to her, and also to her next show of her and her husband of that'll be on a Hulu series. So Montez and Bianca, that will actually show, I want to say Valentine's
It starts
Day,
next month.
Thank you.
It starts next month.
Thank you. But definitely check that out as well. Also, guys, as we've been saying here, unity is everything. We cannot stress the fact that when we are together, when we do come together, much like Voltron, much like Power Rangers, much like anything, we're powerful. We just have to have that mindset and have the same mentality. And again, come together and work together. At the same time, we've been saying the whole entire time, whether it's myself, Chris Fury, Roomful of Blur, Safari TV, Davey Montel, or the brave ones at Millennium Studios. Again, just don't like something and walk off. Like, share, talk about it, share it, do the work. Word of mouth is the greatest form we have against the algorithm, as we keep on saying, F the algorithm. Aside from that, guys, the last thing I'll say is the simple 3 rules I have, although they could be used for cosplay, be used for a way of life. Respect the cosplayer at all times, because they get a guy like me to show you the exit. And I plan to hit every door, edge of a table, possibly a glass, might drag you on the floor a little bit, and then I'll show you the exit. So again, you don't want to meet me. Number 2, wash your ass. Simply put, nobody, whether you go to a con or somewhere, and I had that happen because I went out to go get something to eat. You do not want to smell like malt liquor and garbage can juice. That is not a healthy combination. And again, soap, water, all these things are easily accessible. Wash your ass, that's all we ask. And the last thing I'm going to say, guys, the same rule that I apply to myself, that I apply to everyone else. In a world that we're living in right now that is completely off the rails, it takes zero energy to be nice, to be kind. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
And much like Christy says, don't forget to run up on that playlist and run them a few hours to get us to the monetization popping.
Yes.
Get those hours, people.
Please
tell your people. Tell a friend.
Yeah,
Hey, your mama.
YouTube has the 3 upload limit on notifications, but in order to just stay on schedule and make the most of the algorithm for this month, please just check in every day. I'm probably gonna be throwing something up and just spread on top of stuff we still have in the vault.
Yeah. Right. And commercials are coming soon. Commercials are coming soon. Scripts are being written. Your man is now a part of 3 voice projects again. So
busy man.
I gotta keep this thing tuned. So show your love. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, get those watch hours up. Check us out on Always Press Record TV, APR TV, completely free on your Roku and Amazon devices. Listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Leave reviews. That helps too.
A lot.
Hit them 5 stars. Say, and don't just hit the 5 stars and walk away. Say why you like it.
Why? Because we like you. MOUN. Sorry.
You guys are funny.
Which we've heard. We've heard we're funny. We've heard we're professional. We've heard we got a whole production thing going. We do. We got all that going on.
I've heard we were black.
Wow. Will tell you what to say.
We're black as fuck.
Sorry.
If the Firefly crew was all black, it'd be us. I'm just saying. It'd be us. So, and no one dies. There. And no one dies. So I always got to remember that part. No one dies. Ship lands completely fine. Maybe not on your time, but we're gonna be there.
Giggity.
I want to thank our guest Kendrick for coming through. I hope we gave you a good time and had a good time and some great conversation. Go show your love and your support on his YouTube channel, his IG channel, the merch store, the Patreon, the Brave Ones. Look it up on YouTube. It's at the top. You can't miss it. Check us out. Blur's Eye View, IG. You find all that great stuff over there. You can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays, every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, IG when it's not acting funny like it did today. And it was acting weird. I had got that alert right before I logged in. I'm like, oh, it's acting weird. Okay.
Perfect timing.
Cool. We'll try it. But show your love to all those platforms that we're on. Show your love to all the crew on their platforms as well, because we wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you and vice versa. So we do it because we love it, and you watch us because you love what we do. And I hope that keeps you 2 hours and plus away from drama and whatever else is going on.
Adulting.
Yeah, please. Lord. Life is trifling.
It's like my ex-wife.
Jesus. Shout out to our Gria the Horror, Lainey and her family. We're holding her down, and her family is holding her down. We are waiting for you. We will have our announcements very soon about who's joining our crew next. I told you. It's getting heavy around here.
We about to put another chair at the table. Let me tell you that right now, boy. It's going to be sideways.
Spartan, you might want to. We're gonna need a bigger galley.
Oh, maybe I do declare that the table shall be prepped, sir, and I will check on room at the parlor.
So
put the doilies on the table.
We got doilies.
We're fancy. We have Avengers doilies.
We must break out the fine china.
We got to gaggle because that's what this is. we're all family. And
Kendrick, we had doilies.
You got a gang of family here. If you ever need anything, whether you want to like send a clip for the next episode, you need voice talent. You got people here, man. If you need to put up a Kickstarter, just send that shit over. I promise I'll put it in the group chat.
We've gotten 1,000 on the Kickstarters, by the way. We haven't missed on any of the Kickstarters.
Every person who's come on with a Kickstarter. I'm not saying it's us, but
we help.
We help.
Kendrick's Patreon, y'all. Hit Kendrick's Patreon. This man is on the hustle. Okay.
Before we get out of here, and I gotta. So something was brought to my table earlier.
Now I'm scared.
I didn't do it.
Don't be scared.
I said my story already.
It's not.
I wasn't even here.
It's not fear that you need to be worried about. As
You're
I tell
right.
a lot of people, it's not the fear you need to be concerned about.
It's the taxes.
It's the not the taxes. So we talked about something the other day, right? And we were talking about what if type situations, and I mentioned, why don't we have a Megamind 2?
Oh boy.
And I gave this whole scenario of how a new Megamind movie would go. Well, son of a bitch, a Megamind 2 trailer dropped today. And it wasn't the exact scenario, but I'd be damned if everybody in the crew looked at me and said, "Did you?" And I'm like, I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know.
I need 2 more people to put lotto numbers in the group chat.
I swear I was young. I didn't know. I didn't need the money.
Apparently, this is my superpower. So I'm listening to Candy B, speaking into existence.
That's why I sat there and said 6 lottery numbers. Come on.
Numbers are shot out. Just gotta wait now. Thank you, great grandma, I guess. Ancestors. December 21st, whichever one of y'all decided to bestow these gifts upon thine my eyes. But remember to always educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. This is Chris Fury with our guest Kendrick West. Dope crew.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Always.
Here.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Doors open.
You're
open.
Scarred. You're
Doors
one of us.
open.
You're scarred now. So
like you don't get to walk past the house and you like just no. Get on over here. Get on this porch. Come on.
You hungry, baby?
You don't get it.
Too far after you.
I be in that Facebook group waiting through so much bullshit, and every time I see like a brave one, I'm like, cool, let them through, because I see the same. Like, no to the Nicki Minaj stories, no to the Megan stuff. Just can one of y'all do something original? Like, I gotta go through like 50 posts to find one Twitch stream.
All right. So check us out Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. on those channels we told you. Check us out on wherever you listen to your podcast. Check us out on the YouTube channel. Get those views up, get those numbers up, get all that great stuff up. Show your love, show your support. We will see y'all Tuesday. We'll be seeing y'all then. Take it easy.